guys, Haxer Tech here for another video, and today we're going to be going over MSP 360 Connect, which I already did a video before on MSP 360 Remote Desktop, but in this video it's going to be a super quick, simple video showing you some of the new features. They have rebranded a little bit. Again, it was formerly called Remote Desktop, it's now called Connect, but this is available on Windows, Mac, Android, and iOS. So again, some of the things that really are great with this tool, the connection is always fast and stable, which is one thing mentioned here that I found to be always true. I think it's very reliable, it's competitively priced, and has a lot of really great options depending on your needs. So if we scroll down here, we can look at some of the main features. Again, the connection is always great. There's two-factor authentication available, encryption, multi-monitor support, file transfer, you can record sessions, you've got text and voice chat options, and you can do multi-user sessions. Now, depending on which plan you go with, there's a Pro plan that also offers unattended access, and there's a managed version that also has web console options that you can use to connect to multiple devices, easily deployed to different machines and servers. You have reporting that's built in, and you can also lock the input of the device that you're connecting to. Now, if we click on compare our plans, we can see all the different options that are available here. Again, we have a free plan, and we've got a limitation of 5 devices that we can connect to. Attended access only, or if we switch over to the Pro plan, we have unattended access available. That also increases the limit for the file transfer up to 1 gigabyte from 10 megabytes. Unlimited concurrent sessions that you can do across all of these different options here. And then again, if you go with the managed option, which we'll look at later, you have some other options here, mass deployment, reporting, all those different features. Now, you can always go and do a free trial of any of these options that you'd like. Simply click on the free trial option for either of these, or you can free download the free version here if you're using it for personal use. I'm going to go ahead and click on the free trial option for Pro. Now, to download the installer here, all you do is simply put in your name, your last name, your email, country, and your company type, and click on the download option, which will put an installer on your machine. You just simply click on that, and you can go through the installation process. When you're done, you're going to be taken to a page like this where you're going to get a thanks message. You also get a code here. That code you can use to activate the software. But just to let you know, there's also this screen here you may see. This is the activation screen depending on which version you're going for. So you may see this when you're in the process of installing, and all you have to do is simply click on, if you want to do the free version, if you're doing this for personal use, you select that top option and click on next. But if you select this 15-day trial option here, you can also do this directly. Even if you're just downloading the initial installer, click on the start 15-day trial and you'll be able to do that trial of Pro. You also have the option here to activate your Pro version, and then again, whichever version you click on next, and it'll take you through the process to install on your machine. Now, once you have it installed here, again, you're going to be able to go in and connect to whichever machines that you like. But the initial screen you'll see here, you're going to have this option or screen that's going to give you your computer ID and your PIN. This is how you would connect to this machine from another device. You can enable or disable encryption, turn on custom password, two-factor authentication, and you can enable or disable unattended access. From this screen, I can connect to a specific machine. I also have my address book here where I can go in and I can select from any of the machines that I've set up. There's going to be a computer ID and a contact name for all those different machines that I have in my address book, but I can just select one, click on OK, and I can connect from here. Or I can even click on the drop down here and I can do a command line or PowerShell option. But ultimately, again, just choose your option, and then I'm going to go ahead and connect to my machine. So let's go ahead and look at what the process is here. Let's go ahead and connect to a machine and look at how the software works. Okay, so once you connect into the device here, it's going to ask for the PIN, which again is in the UI of the product. So all you have to do is simply put in the PIN here, and then you can click on enter or click on the arrow option, and it's going to connect to that device. All right, and now I am connected into the device here, and again, the thing that I would like to show here is how great the connection is. Now, before we do that, if I click on the menu option here, a couple things. You're going to have your chat options here. You can enable and disable your microphone and change all of your audio device settings, start a session recording, initiate a file transfer. But most importantly, right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the request full control option, and I'll bring over my machine that I'm accessing here. You're going to get a pop-up here on the user's end, and they're going to just click on the yes option. So this is again for an attended access session. You won't need to do that if you have it set up for unattended access, but if you're using the free version, for example, you would request control, or for example, if you're a technician and you're requesting control of a user's machine, that would be the attended access session that you'd be doing, and you'd request control. Unattended access, you're just going to get right in there and you're going to be able to use the device. But now I have full control of this machine, and I can go in and I can explore it, and I can load whatever programs I want. Again, just to look at some of the other features here, let me go ahead and also expand this because I can see a few other things here. Now at the bottom, what the user is going to see towards the bottom here, they'll usually see actually this menu here. So this is the window that they're going to have on their device, and so this is going to give them some options that they can choose from, right? So in the menu options here, they have some similar controls that they can play around with and adjust their audio controls, but likewise I have my controls at the top here, and so I can go in and I can access the same settings. I can also choose to look at multiple monitors if I'd like. I can play around with settings for scaled view. If I want to adjust the scaling of my window here, I can also toggle my full screen controls, go in and adjust my image quality however I like. This is also the file transfer option here, and I can manage my connections. Now if I don't want to see this bar all the time, I just click on this paperclip icon here, or this little pen icon I should say, and that's going to be the auto hide setting, so I can just auto hide that whenever I'd like. And that's going to move those options away so that I don't always have to look at them. But now that I'm logged in here, again, I just wanted to show how seamless the connection is. So if I load up my web browser here, the only latency that I actually would see is more related to the virtual machine that I have set up here on the cloud. But overall, virtually no latency, especially compared to other options that are more expensive. I really enjoy the connection. I enjoy how simple it is and how easy it is to actually use the tool and the product, and how easy it is to set up. There's really not any learning curve, which is great, but I really like the product and how it works. So just to kind of show you here, accessing this virtual machine, able to do my standard searches, no issues at all, no connection problems. Now there is one thing I did want to show. We've looked at some of the features here in the free version, and then again with the pro version you have unattended access available, but I also wanted to show you the web console. Now this is exclusively for the managed users, but if you're a managed user and you want to manage different devices, especially if you work for a larger company, you can have all of your different devices here in this web console that you can access. Now I'm going to switch over to my other machine here because I'm going to be accessing the machine that I was just connected to. Okay, and I have since disconnected from the machine that I was just accessing. We're going to access that same machine, but here again you can see if you have multiple devices, let's say servers for example, or different PCs in your list here, you can connect to all of them. Now if I go to the settings icon on the right here, I can edit some settings and send logs to it, force an update remotely, or uninstall agents on there. But if I want to connect to it, I just simply click on this icon here, and it's going to go ahead and trigger a connection. And if I click on the open option, it's going to go ahead and establish that connection to the machine, and using the same software that I already have installed, it's going to initiate that connection and reconnect me to the machine. But the advantage here is, again, if you are a technician, for example, it makes it so much easier to connect to many devices. And another thing you can see here too is, as I mentioned before, you can connect using a PIN, but also you have the option with paid plans to connect using Windows login credentials, which is great. Makes it much easier to get into some of these devices. Now, once the connection is established, you can see here it's going to go through a connect process, and then it's going to get me into the device to view. All right, and now I'm into the same device again, and I have the same controls more or less as before, but there are some additional controls. Again, I can black out my screen, which is great for someone that's accessing a work machine, for example, and doesn't want someone in the office to be able to see their device. There's a number of other great options that are available in the managed plans, especially for business user. So I just wanted to kind of call that out. Again, 3 different options available that are going to suit whatever needs you might have. Feel free to try out the trials of the product to try it out for yourself, or download the free version if you're interested in using the free version, and that's going to meet your needs. But in this video, again, I just wanted to go through some of the features, give you a look at how the product works, show you how seamless it is, and just how easy it is to set up. Okay, guys, that's it for this video. So again, I just wanted to do a quick demo of the product, MSP360 Connect, to show you how it works, and to give a little bit of my feedback on it. Again, I really think it's a great tool, and even in the free plan, there's really nothing out there that offers this many features this easily, without there being a requirement to pay something. But the paid version is also very competitively priced, and especially for a large number of users, will really save you a lot. And it is right up there with all the other tools like LogMeIn, TeamViewer, if not better in terms of reliability. Thanks again, guys, for watching this video. I'll leave links in the description to everything that I discussed. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them below, and I will do my best to answer. But again, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.